Understanding Disorganized Attachment Style Deep Dive. Hello, everyone. Today we are diving into something many people feel but don't always recognize: disorganized attachment. This isn't about being difficult or choosing chaos. It's about how early experiences shape the way we connect, love, and feel safe. My name is Fazia Shah, licensed clinical social worker. Let me start with the story, the puzzle that doesn't fit. Imagine a child named Sam. When Sam was little, sometimes mom was warm, sometimes distant, sometimes dad soothed, other times he yelled and left quickly. There was no pattern, just unpredictability. So whenever Sam reached out for comfort, sometimes it came, sometimes it did. And sometimes comfort became the thing that scared him. Over time, Sam learned love should be confusing because that's what it looks like and that's what it feels like. That's disorganized attachment style. What is it in simple terms? Most of us develop our attachment style in the very first years of life based on how safe and consistent our parents or caregivers were. Psychologists like Mary Main and Judith Solomon first described disorganized attachment in research on infants who showed no coherent way of dealing with stress around caregivers and parents, neither securely approaching nor confidently avoiding, but instead showed freezing, contradictory movements, or apprehension towards the parent. In adults, this shows up as wanting closeness but fearing it, craving connection but feeling unsafe, intense emotions that don't seem to make sense. And it doesn't come out of nowhere. It's a pattern learned as survival. How it shows up in life? Well, let's break it down so it feels recognizable. In relationships, you might find yourself thinking, I want love, but when someone gets close, I panic. You might pull away when things get real, get emotionally flooded, feel like you have to perform love to make it safe. You might change your behavior in the blink of an eye, from warm to distant, not because you want to hurt anyone, but because your nervous system is saying, I don't know if this connection is safe. So, the research shows that adults with disorganized patterns often report fear of intimacy combined with the fear of abandonment, a confusing tug of war in the heart and the body. It's the push and the pull. Why it happens? Well, there isn't one single cause, but common themes include unresolved trauma in the early child, when caregivers are a source of safety and of fear at the same time, inconsistent responses, sometimes soothing, sometimes frightening, no predictable pattern. In domestic violence, you find disorganized attachment style in children later in life. Attachment stuck in conflict, approach versus avoid, with no safe template. Your brain learns the safest thing I can do is stay alert and adapt fast. This is not a personal flaw. It's adaptive in a world that didn't feel reliably safe. What the research tells us: studies link disorganized attachment to childhood, to emotional dysregulation, difficulty trusting others, and trouble with self-soothing. But here is the helpful and hopeful part: attachment isn't fixed. It's malleable. Adults can develop more secure patterns through relationships, therapy, and self-awareness. You're not alone and you're not broken. If this resonates with you, here's the truth. Your attachment style is a map of how you learn to survive, not a sentence. You can learn how to recognize triggers, how to regulate emotions, how to build safety in relationships, taking small steps repeated over time changes the wiring. If this video resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment or two for me, and let me know what are some of the things that you would want me to talk about more in my videos. Thank you so much and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.